final garden tour. It is raining right now. Today is October 29th. We have already had some pretty cool days and nights, but tonight is supposed to be our killing freeze or frost. It's supposed to get down in the low 20s tonight. Right now it is about 40 degrees, so it's pretty chilly, but let's go ahead and see what's still going on. So I have marigolds and beautiful patch of impatient flowers. My arugula, this is the second round of it. My garlic, some of my fall garlic that I planted to stay in the winter is already coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and clip these off and mulch them. Nasturtium, kale. So if you go back and look in my last video of my fall 2023 garden tour, you will see what this kale looked like, how I was completely devastated from the harlequin beetles. And I told you how wonderful it just kept coming back. So there's proof. Basil, peppers. Oh, I completely forgot about these guys. I have been so busy planning my daughter's wedding. She's getting married next month. I've been neglecting the garden. Wow. Yeah, okay. I had to come out here so I could harvest tomatoes and okra and pumpkin, I thought, but I completely forgot about the peppers. Swiss chard. You can see it's looking great. More nasturtium, more fall garlic. Okay, so it's pretty sad to think that tomorrow this bed will all be dead and just really sad looking. And our zucchini plant. Yes, it is done, obviously. It's been cold. Tomato. Again, I have a compost update video on this. Okra. I topped it, which I have some videos on this, on how I topped it and why I topped it and updates. So I have got to harvest this. Over here, looks like I have about 3 butternut squash left, which these have been done. I have not watered them since the only water this whole mound has got has been whatever nature has provided. I've not watered them since mid-July. This is our second crop of cantaloupe, and the brown dead looking stuff, this is just stevia that I cut off from another place and just tossed here. More cantaloupe, more cantaloupe, more cantaloupe. Okay, and I have already, underneath my dining room table is filled with pumpkins, so I need to go ahead and harvest these pumpkins. Need to cut down the asparagus. Hey Chief, what you think? So I'm going to harvest all of the tomatoes that are left. Our San Marzano tomatoes as well as these larger tomatoes. And I do have a video on pruning the tomatoes, a couple on how to actually prune them, and then one on pruning them ahead of a frost. So that's one I just put up recently. And so this is kind of how that pruning has helped them go ahead and ripen. But I'm going to pick all the green ones as well as all of them, whether green, orange, yellow, or red. We're going to pick them all. More basil. This bed right here, I will leave this alone. These are all carrots. So all of these are just some carrots that I did not harvest earlier this year. And then we have quite a bit of dill, some cilantro right there in the corner. Sorry, I'm shaking. It's this cold wind. Tomatillos, also got to harvest those, it looks like. Calendula. I've already collected the seed and several flowers. And I don't think I have anything in here. Over here, more basil. Again, harvest the tomatoes. These tomatoes are so nice and big. Okay, let's see. All right, and then, yeah, you can see from my last video, I still have not pruned or removed some of these strawberries that are overflowing. Whew. It's cold. Probably should wear a jacket instead of a short sleeve shirt. That might help. Okay, our flower garden is done, obviously. But looky here. It's not going to be beautiful tomorrow, but it's beautiful right now. Okay, a few little echinacea there. Okay, and the blackberry fence right here. Again, I have multiple videos on garden tours. I think once I publish this one that you're watching right now, I think this will be the 6th garden tour video of 2023. I do have a couple of last year, I think. This was our elderberry patch, and this was another strawberry patch. All right, so there you go. That is the final garden tour for 2023, because come tomorrow, it will all be dead. This is what we collected for our last garden harvest for 2023. Here I grabbed the last remaining 8 pumpkins and 1 more butternut squash. Here we got a gallon of peppers. These are poblano, and there's also some jalapeno peppers in there as well. So this was 1 gallon. They came off of 4 pepper plants. And then most of the tomatoes, there was a ton more green ones that were a little bit smaller, and I told my husband, I said, just forget them. I said, just get the biggest ones quickly. It's just, I'm cold. Anyway, so we went ahead and we harvested our tomatoes, whether they were green or red, and then also some of the tomatillos. We probably have another 1,000 on the plant. That plant's so productive, but I said, just get those. All right, so we got that, and then we also got, we went ahead and harvested some arugula and some flowers, because I know tomorrow these flowers are going to be dead, so I'll put them in some water. And then we went ahead and harvested some dill and some nasturtium. So I guess I'll go ahead and dehydrate the dill, and then the nasturtium, I'll go ahead and make some more nasturtium tincture. So got quite a few of those, and I just grabbed 1 handful off of each plant and just cut them. There's still a lot of nasturtium out there. All right, so that is our final garden harvest for 2023. Well, we got our killing freeze, as you can see. This is Wednesday morning. The killing freeze came while we were sleeping early Monday morning. So you can see those beautiful impatient flowers. They're done. It's a rather sad looking state, but the garden was very productive and successful this year. You can see that black bush there. That's what our basil used to be, and our tomatoes, and our tomatillos over there. And the zucchini has given up, obviously. You can see our okra has also been killed. Pretty much everything has been killed. The carrots are safely tucked away, snug in the ground, so we can harvest the carrots in the winter. See, okra. We're supposed to get a few warm days later this week. I think it's supposed to get back up in the 60s. And yeah, you can see we have frost on the ground. Frost pretty much everywhere. So I will come out here sometime next week and start cutting this stuff off, and then I will go ahead and prep the garden beds for the winter. What we do is on the beds we take the chicken manure from the chicken coop over there, and eggshells and mulch, like ground up grass and leaves and compost, and we just lay that on top of the beds, and that's how we put them to sleep, and then they're good to go for the winter.